Hello everyone. I wanted to uh, discuss with you some important points, and I believe the best way it is to do it right on the table with real money. So that way I can tell you a lot more points. I can show you my strategies, and I can give you some great tips like how you could succeed in the live cash games. uh, so we are sitting at a 25 no limit table, stakes are 0.25 0.50, and online it compares to the live games of say $1 $2 or even $5 $10. Right now it's that difficult to win money online, and it's very easy to lose money in poker, and with such high rakes like 5%, and factoring in the time value of money, like if I was doing some IT job in the same amount of time, I would be guaranteed uh, you know I would be having an hourly rate. But in poker, like, you need to be concentrated completely, and then even then some bad beat can happen, or you may not be feeling so well, you may not be concentrated fully, and then you will lose money. Okay, so let's start analyzing all the players here. I have just put very basic stats for the HUD. uh, so but generally, like, you have to eyeball every player that's on the table. It's not about playing nowadays. Earlier, decades ago, it was completely different scene, where just by playing premium hands like ace king, ace jack, you would be winning money because people would be calling with worse of hands. So first, like, sit for 10 15 minutes, half an hour, just sit at the table, look at like what's going on, then uh, then just analyze all the players, analyze who is playing very loose. So as a cash game player, your goal is to just sit, fold, and watch. In live setting, getting reads from the players is extremely important, and that way you can make the correct plays that you should. So right now I'm just sitting and watching. Okay, players like Seabrat, Bugor has made a pre-flop raise. Uh, so I do. So let's start putting him on something, like, let's start putting him on a pocket pair or something like ace king, ace queen, ace jack kind of hand. And he has also isolated the pre-flop limper, and he has made the fold. Okay, so again, y w515 has limped from late position, and he has a big stack, $74. So let's see like how the hand develops. We see like everyone is playing very tight. So there is no initiative in the hand, both have checked, there was no pre-flop raise, and any stab could win the pot. So he has made a bet twice, the pot size about. So let's see what just can does. Okay, he has folded. I think I should also do a session with a 6 max table, because uh, most of the time, you know, you will be folding. And we know like John Less has been folding quite a lot, uh, and we don't want to play a big pot, although we may be ahead here. But okay, we can make a small stab here because I think we are ahead here, and maybe uh, we will win. Okay, so he makes the fold. So when you do not care about the money, then you can, sometimes take stabs like these, and like if you win 10, 20 times, so that's like good money. If you're playing scared, then you can't make plays like I have done. So King 7 offsuit is a must fold. So you have to basically learn the basic strategy, like which hands you need to play from which position. For example, from small blind, you should play only very premium hands. That too, you shouldn't build a big pot, because on later streets some other aggressive player can get you to fold the best hand. uh, okay, so you look at his stats, they are showing like 67, and he's been very loose in a lot of pots, but he hasn't been that aggressive on the flop. And when he has a deep enough stack, he can sometimes afford to see a lot of pots with drawing hands. And nowadays I would not emphasize betting from the big blind, because most people know like what you are doing when you are betting from the blind, from the sorry big blind, from the button. So just like I had made a steal from the small blind, people can do those kind of plays. So okay, so that was a good decision not to bet from the button. So again, like cash games are very slow. And why I showed you a 9 max table, just to give you an idea like what you will be doing in a live session. So when I go to play live sessions, what I would do, I would get a tablet with me, and which has fast speed internet. I would take my headphones and I would listen to music, or I would browse, because most of the time I believe about 90% of the time you are doing just folding, watching other players. Okay, so he is very tight, he has limped, but King 9 is definite fold. If our hand was something, like even pocket tens, we could have, raised in this spot. So every player is tight, and I don't think that it's a good table. Everyone is playing too tight. So let's go and hunt some other better table, or a 6 max table, and let's just get up from this table. Uh, okay, let me go to Zoom, because that's uh, okay. Let me go to some 6 max table where action is going to be fast. More action is going to be there. Okay, let's try to win all the money from him. So you don't, restrict yourself to playing only, full tables. You have to learn how to play heads up also. And you see several players have joined and they have taken position which is not good on us. And see, like, okay, so they are from different locations. Okay, but we don't mind giving position because we believe, we know what we are doing. And on online games, you should just figure out the best tables. You should watch tables and then you should, join the waiting list. And now the right now the our action plan is, just to fold every hand until we get a good hand. We will just fold. Lot of players online are using, scanners and all, table scanners, to figure out weak players. uh, so I'm not sure like how they could figure out. Okay, so yeah, this player must have set me, as a fish. He's he thought that I'm a new player and I haven't played much before. So this we have played against. So again, I believe the action is going to be very slow, and that's not what I want, to convey to you. So let me just go to Zoom. So I can show you some hands that I'm playing, and that way, I can help you with some points. Okay, so let's go to this table and let me go here and let me join two tables. So that's going to be, you are going to see some hands. Otherwise, uh, all you'll be seeing is, you'll be seeing me just fold each and every hand. Okay. So I don't know why Baby Van wanted to limp. He did not isolate any hands, and with a stab he's gone. See, we didn't have anything, and he made the fold. So okay, now I think you are going to see some action that's going to happen. King 8, when you see a pre-flop bet, multiply it with 20. So what that comes $14. If you have that much, make the call. Otherwise, just fold it. Make it your rule of thumb. Suited with that low stack. See how much big blinds we have. We don't even have 100 big blinds here. So we'll make the fold. There has been a pre-flop raise, and like I mentioned, you should not don't re-raise, with queens kind of hand. If he has ace king, it's just a flip. And now we can take a stab because we can put him on something like kings, or kings or jacks. So when I'm playing less than 100 big blinds, I'm not getting in situations that is going to make me lose money. And I'm just going to fold. See, he has such a low stack that he's just begging so that other players, will bet here and then he will put all in. King Jack of suited. If I was on the button, I would have, made a bet there. Queen 8 early position. You can fold. Uh, PokerStars.net is giving you in its poker school very good pre-flop chart, like from which position, which hand you can play, which hand you can bet with, and he has bet it, and now I'm not going to put him on aces. I'm going to re-raise here. If I limp here, people with smaller pairs may call and hit a set. I want like ace king to go over the top, or queens uh, to call. And if he has ace king, not sure, but I believe we can safely put all in here. So yeah, so we win this. That's nice. So he made a bet with king queen, and then he even called the 3 bet, which is a wrong thing to do. When you get a hand like king queen and that 2 offsuit, just make the fold. The tighter you are at the tables, the more money you are going to win. Ace jack early position of suit with such low blinds. I don't want to put myself in situation where I can lose. So see, like I called 0.75, multiply it with 20, that comes to about $15. I had all the equity to call his bet here, and I have made a very small bet because I didn't want to check the flop and not put any money. And it has also shown that he doesn't have a king. Manu can't have a king here. He also doesn't have a king. Now they can have something like a flush draw, and I don't want them to succeed with that. So okay, so they fold it, which is nice. And we are getting good hands like kings, queens, and generally you don't see these kind of hands that often. And we are getting lucky here. We don't know about him. I believe this HUD isn't working properly or something. Okay, Andre. See, he's a very loose player, and we will just make the call here. And he has got it all, and like holding, something like ace 10 something. So his stack was so low and he was so loose that if you bet against him, then he would just put it all in like with ace king, and we don't want to get in a war with him, uh, because you will lose big against such loose players like him, and folding is mandatory in this sport. Always you have to play according to the pot size. If someone is betting too much over the pot, you are never getting the odds. So these kind of hands you can always make the fold. So I believe I have given you a lot of information in this session, and I will quit it here, and I believe you learned something. And I'm not the best player in the world, but my intention is to help you become better. So do comment like if you learned something out of this session. Thanks a lot, guys.